Hi friends, so it is literally Sunday and I am giving birth Tuesday, so I desperately need to pack my hospital bag. Now I'm a third-time mom and I feel like every time I go to the hospital I bring very little, and as I keep having more babies it's less and less. So I'm just going to share with you what I'm actually taking to the hospital with me. So you can obviously do whatever you want, take as much or as little as you want, but from my perspective, hospitals in the US, it costs a lot of money to birth a baby. So I am just going to take advantage of all of the supplies that they are going to provide for me. And at my hospital, they provide pretty much everything that I will ever need. So all of my postpartum supplies, I'm going to use what they have. And then as far as like for the baby, they literally have everything you can think of. So you might be surprised at how very little I'm actually bringing. So let's dive into it. This time I'm going in for a scheduled C-section. However, my 2 times before I did go into labor first. And I just wanted to mention, if I were to go into labor, I wouldn't bring anything additional for myself. The only thing I would want, or that I have in the past, is just like a cozy bralette. From my experience, every time I was in labor, I just wore like a bralette and was naked, or I just wore the hospital gown that they provide. First things first, while I'm in the hospital, as I mentioned, I'm pretty much like naked the whole time. Like first day, I'm just really in the hospital gown because you're just doing a lot of skin to skin with your baby. Really, you don't need a ton of clothes, to be honest. At least I don't. But I am going to bring 2 sets of PJs, and that's because I know with a C-section, if I'm going in on Tuesday, I know I will have to stay the night Tuesday night and Wednesday night. So I am just going to bring 2 sets of PJs. And then with them, because they are short sleeve, I'm just bringing this cardigan, which I use cardigans as robes. So this is essentially my robe, just so I'm cozy and warm. I'm also bringing 3 nursing bras, 2 to just wear, and then 1 for Thursday, hopefully when I'm discharged from the hospital, to go home. So I have 3 fresh nursing bras, and then I have 1 pair of socks again. This is more so for going home. The hospital provides you with like those non-slip socks that I will be using the whole time. I know some people like to bring slippers. I'm not going to do that because I know if I bring slippers, when I come home, I'm going to want to wash them from walking around on the floor. I'd rather just use those non-slip socks that they provide and just throw them away afterwards and not have to worry about washing anything. Now, the only other pieces of clothing I'm bringing is what I'm going to wear home, which is nice and loose, comfy, cozy, because I'm still gonna have a belly. It's not gonna go down, but I just have a tank top, a sweatshirt, some cozy sweatpants, nothing crazy. And you'll notice I'm not really packing any underpants, and that is because my hospital provides, I'm just gonna wear like the disposable ones that they provide. They also provide the pads, all of the postpartum care that I will need, they will have. So I'm not gonna bring any of that. I'm not gonna waste my money. I'll use my stuff when I come home, but while I'm there, we're gonna use theirs. I am bringing shower shoes just because, you know, I am a nurse and I've seen some hospital stuff. I would prefer to just wear shower shoes. And because I'm having a C-section, I'll probably only take 1 shower while I'm there. And then we have some toiletries, just, you know, regular toiletries, just our regular stuff. But I'll show you what's in here. Hair clip, nothing special, deodorant, dry shampoo. I do have makeup wipes. I typically never use makeup wipes, but it's just easier in the hospital to just be able to stay put and just use these if I end up having any makeup on. Contact solution, just like a little tiny face moisturizer. And then I have this is what I use as chapstick. So my chapstick, I'm bringing these disposable nursing pads just because I don't really know when my milk's gonna come in. It's different every time and it's different for everyone. It could come in immediately, it could come in a few days, but I know when my milk comes in, we have a mess on our hands. So I'm gonna bring some of these so that I don't have to constantly be changing my nursing bra. And then I'm also just gonna bring my nipple cream just in case. Sometimes those first few feeds hurt a little bit, and this helps alleviate a little bit of that pain. In my other one, this one is just stuff that is probably gonna get wet, like my shower stuff, so I just have soap, a shampoo, toothbrush, toothpaste, and then that morning of, I'll just add in my face wash in here, keeping it very simple. And this is my makeup. This is just my makeup bag. Throw that in here. Maybe I'll put on makeup, maybe I won't. Probably to come home I will. But that's probably it. I'm gonna take it with me just in case. And then the only other things I am taking is I'm going to take my Kindle. I just have my Kindle to read to pass some time until they'll let me go home. And then in here is just all of our electronic stuff. So I plan on bringing my camera. I have a ton of extra batteries for it, a bunch of SD cards, and my phone charger. And that is everything I'm packing in this bag. I think the only other thing additional I'm going to take is my own pillow, just because I like my pillow a lot more than the hospital. Maybe I'll take a blanket. I don't know. The hospital provides it all for me. And again, like if I take it, then when I come home, I know I'm going to want to wash it. And so gotta consider that. I'll probably just end up taking my pillow, calling it a day. So that is everything for me. Now for my baby, the only thing I am packing her is a little outfit to come home. And that is it. And that is simply because my hospital truly provides everything. They're going to provide the diapers, the wipes, everything for like the first bath. They even provide onesies, short sleeve, long sleeves. They provide the swaddles, like anything you would need, they are going to have for that baby. Even if like breastfeeding isn't working out, they have like the little disposable bottles of formula to try. So like they truly have everything. So I'm not, this is it. This is the only thing I'm bringing so that I can bring her home. And then obviously I'm going to have to get her home. So we'll have her car seat, and then I'm going to throw this blanket in the car seat just because it's the springtime here. So I don't know if it is going to be 70 degrees when we're discharged or 30. Like it could go either way. So I'll have a blanket just in the car seat for her so I can put it over her so she's nice and cozy and warm. And that is literally it. That is all I'm taking. I have lots of extra room in here because before I leave the hospital, you are allowed to take everything that's in that room. So I will take as many diapers as I can and postpartum supplies, all of that jazz. So I am not even taking any snacks because anytime I've ever asked for a snack or something in the hospital, they bring it to me. They provide water, all of the things. So I try to keep it as least complicated and as easy as possible. I hope you enjoyed this little video. We will see you all in the next one. Bye!